when gentle parenting fails, it looks like that. That poor mother, she's like, well, I don't want to pick my child up. I don't want him to get more angry. If I touch him, he'll get more angry. So I got to just sit here. I don't know what else to do. So now she is completely the victim in this parenting situation. She loves him. He's acting like the victim. He thinks he's the victim of something. I don't know what. Maybe he couldn't get a treat that he wanted at the store or something. And now she just has to sit there and kind of guard the space, and she doesn't know what else to do. I mean, honestly, what a sad situation. And that is what is happening with gentle parenting. So I've got multiple clips that I'd like to discuss with you in this video. As we go through these, we can discuss what are the results of gentle parenting so that we can see what is actually happening with the gentle parenting movement and why so many people are choosing to leave it. So gentle parenting started in the early 2000s, 2007, and then there's a book that came out in 2015, and that book really popularized this idea of really getting in touch with your child's emotions, not belittling them, not controlling them, feeling like you respect them, you're exactly on the same level as them. So it destroyed family roles and those dynamics, which was really unhealthy, and parents have found themselves basically grooming children who just control everyone and everything all the time. They won't be stopped. They won't be parented. They're oftentimes, when they get older, violent, destructive. They do risky behaviors. It's really, really a problem. So let's look at some of these gentle parenting fails, and be sure to stick with me to the end, because the one at the end is like, you're not going to believe that this could ever even be put up with. All right, so let's take a look at this next one. So this little boy, same thing, he's in a store. It is very common for children to act out when they're out in public because they think their parents will give in. So when the parents are used to coddling those emotions a little bit, and then the child is out in public, they're hoping that the parent will coddle even more and get them what they want when they originally told them no. Now, the one good thing is it sounds like a parent is sticking to a no. I don't know what the frustration is, but it might be that there was a no answer somewhere. But then the child is still just having a melt, and what are they doing about it? They're filming it, I guess, but what else, are they even doing? It's so sad for the little boy that he's not getting the teaching that he needs. He's not getting the correction that he needs, that the parents don't know what to do. And, parents, you don't know what you don't know. If you haven't been taught with the skills, then it does feel a little isolating when the child displays a behavior like that. But the gentle parenting approach is not the method to go, because it's going to lead to more of that. So let's watch another one. So now we have a third one with a grocery store. I promise they're not all going to be grocery stores, but this one's very interesting. I'm not even sure if it's real. It might be AI. I don't know. And it's kind of funny. The concept is a little bit funny. So we have a child who, he takes something off the shelf. The mom says no. He's like, he gets down on the floor, and then he starts to have a kicking, screaming tantrum. And there's all these people around in the store looking at what's going on. Suddenly you see the mom lying down on the floor. She's having a tantrum too. So she's probably trying to show him, hey, and then he goes and puts the stuff back. Like, whether it works or not, I don't know. But at the end of the day, the point of this video is, well, if you're having emotions, I'm going to have emotions, and then I'm going to show you. If a parent has to get to that place of manipulation, the validating of the child's emotions has gone way too far. The child doesn't need to see your emotions to change their emotions. The child needs to learn the skill for how to solve that, and they need to be corrected. They need a parent to actually take parental authority. That parent is getting on the same level with the child. Now, it might be an interesting mirror to look at, but there's not any corrections that's happening. You're literally just making fun of the child. And if that's where we get to in our gentle parenting approach, because we don't know how to help them pass an emotional moment, we show them, we might make fun, we get frustrated, then is it really helping? Is it really gentle? I think the gentle, kind thing to do is to teach them what to do instead of have a tantrum, and practice it and correct it if they have tantrums in the future, so that you don't allow the tantrum habit to persist. Okay, let's watch this next one.
All right, it's time to eat your veggies.
No, thank you.
So this was clearly staged, just the way that they were facing the camera. They're trying to poke fun a little bit, I think, of what happens with gentle parenting. But we've got the mom saying, you need to eat your food. Now, number one, a child that size, a mom should not be feeding them their food. That's a little bit too gentle, okay? If you are feeding your child when they're still like 4, 5, 6, that child is being disabled by you. So definitely don't do that. So she's trying to feed the child her peas, and she's like, no, thank you, which maybe sounds really polite to say. We could call that good social skills. But really what is happening here is the child is not communicating well with the parent. They should either follow the instruction and eat the peas, or they should disagree appropriately. So there is a skill that helps the child to be able to discuss the situation with their parents if they really feel like that they don't want to do something and they need to have a discussion about it. But just to act superior to the parent and say, no, thank you, I'm not having it, as if it is the parent's job to just serve them and do everything for them, and they're kind of like the queen of it all, which ultimately is happening in a lot of gentle parenting households. All right, let's watch another one. So here we see a little boy playing hockey with someone. Maybe it's a sibling, maybe it's his parents, and somebody scores a hockey goal in the living room hockey game, and they're like, yay, and he is melting. He can't handle it. And, I don't know if they're laughing at it or end up, trying to coach him through it. I don't know what happens, but in gentle parenting, this type of thing is going to be happening all the time, because the emotions are how you communicate. That's what the parent trains the child. Like, hey, let's talk about your feelings and your emotions, instead of just discussing what the behavior should be like and what not to do, and, helping the child look past some of those little emotional hang-ups. They don't teach them, hey, you had a feeling, what was your thought? You can change it. You can choose to say okay and be okay. Instead, they're like, no, this is now a big moment in your life, and they turn every single emotion into a huge moment in the child's life, which makes the child get a really skewed perspective of what life is about, what reality is supposed to be, and really elevates the emotions to a high, high level of importance within the child's mind. Anyway, this is a type of a result that you could definitely get from the gentle parenting approach. Okay, so let's watch one more. This is by far the most shocking one that I have seen yet to date. I'm sure there's others out there, but this one is it just grieves me that our society is at this place. Isn't that concerning? That you could have like a 10-year-old boy, maybe 11-year-old boy at a store. I don't know where his parents are. I don't know why he's there. I don't know why he's mad or having the tantrum, but just deciding he wants to be destructive. I just want to go be destructive. Maybe he couldn't get something he wanted, so he decided to be destructive to prove his point. Maybe he wanted to embarrass his parents to that point. I don't know. There's some power struggle going on there, and someone's filming it. and he is destroying property. I mean, this is illegal behavior. He is damaging another person's property at the store. The police or security guards, whoever they are, tried to reach out to him saying, hey, stop it. Let's talk about it. And he's like, leave me alone. And he just gets worse. This is ultimate emotional entitlement. A person who behaves that way has been trained that they deserve to let all of their emotions out all the time. And that is what gentle parenting approach does teach, because the focus is on why. What are you feeling? Why do you feel that way? And how about we just talk about your feelings? Now, does that boy need to talk about his feelings? Yeah, he does need to talk about his feelings. But before he's going to get to a place where he can actually discuss what was going on and needed to be understood, there needs to be a stopping place. There needs to be some sort of intensive teaching, some sort of an intervention that happens there. There needs to be a system put in place. Now, teaching self-government is what this channel is called, and it's a type of parenting approach that actually does teach parents and children how to govern themselves, how to follow instructions, accept no answers and disappointments, accept consequences, accept criticisms, disagree appropriately, self-regulate, how to be calm in a moment when you maybe don't feel like you want to, how to communicate effectively with other people and solve problems together, how to do deductive reasoning and look at what would be the best option for my future decision. So it's really a deliberate approach to our behavior, our social training, our problem solving, and it is powerful. For many years, I took in troubled children. It was level 3 treatment foster care. They were all neurodiverse, plus they all had some trauma, plus they had some pretty severe entitlement behaviors. We worked through all of that by teaching them the skills and principles of self-government. I would love for you to know more what that looks like. There's actually a full-length class here on this channel called The Not So Known Secret for Parenting Success. Go ahead and go to that video next, and you'll learn a lot more about self-government and how that change can benefit your family.